Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sure this is not a very good angle, so something is about to happen that I was eagerly looking forward to happening, but oh my gosh, there are so many things working against my success.
Can I tell them something special?
Yes.
So today something special happened. My wife is dressed.
Yay! And my moo-moo. I wear this every day, but it's just and I realized how horrible that looks, but obviously, we tape for 10 minutes of a 24-hour day.
No, this dog.
I do change out of this moo-moo at some point in the day. It's it never leaves the house. It's just around the house.
Mm-hmm. So, hold on. I'm Steve. You talk.
Okay, so...
And I'm back. Thank you for joining our family.
We're happy you're here.
So if you remember right, some time ago I was talking about how I was getting a job and all of that, and then I quit it because it sucked and I hated it. No, I actually quit it because I got really sick.
No, we all got sick.
I brought the norovirus into the home twice. Some people may went to the hospital. There's a chance that it's going to get something else again because there's another outbreak and we're isolating people, and it's just no. And by no, I mean they forced me to quit. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
So, we weren't we're talking about whether I should get a job or my wife should get a job as well, part-time maybe, both should go to school. So one of the people called my wife back.
Yes, I didn't have the number in my phone, so I went to voicemail, which was good because I was not prepared to answer that call. I was half asleep when it first rang.
Mm-hmm.
Was just one of the applications. Wasn't necessarily, I'll be honest, wasn't necessarily the one, if I had to list a top 3. It wasn't the top, but I'm still thankful.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I applied for 6 of them, and it wasn't last, but it wasn't first. And the only reason that the one in the first position of my wish list was first was just because it was more similar to what I've done.
Yeah.
So it was just more familiar. I just excuse me, the idea of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm blessed. We'll see what happens.
Will you bring home food?
I don't know if I'll be able to.
Will you bring home food?
If I buy it.
Will you bring home free food?
Shush.
Don't spend my money before you made it.
Well, we actually, even just with the little time that he was at Avamere and he got paid maybe 1.5 times, we really saw just how much a little extra can go.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Especially when you generally live your life with a frugal mindset anyways. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mr. Yawny Pants. Sorry, I don't know. You talk to them. I'm having nervous butterflies in my stomach. It's any type of interview or anything where you have to offer yourself is kind of stressful. Do you know what I mean?
I do. So yeah, they're gonna call back in 5 minutes. She's very nervous. She's gonna kill it. I know she's basically already got the job. I know in these situations, especially talking with a lot of these business owners, believe it or not, we being a small community and working in kind of community businesses, at some point in time, you meet all of these people, and you start to learn that they're human, and really they have actually a system for doing this. And usually that system is to make you feel like there's 100 people above you. But really, it's a kind of not the highest paid job. It's not $100,000 a year. If you get the call, you're probably the only person they actually called. And so unless they feel like you sounded crazy.
But I worry about that. I don't worry about sounding crazy, but I worry about sounding too cheesy because, like, I have in the past, like, had experience with, like, working on the phone, you know, and having to speak with a professional tone, and, like, you know, I'm, like, not an expert in my field, but, like, you know, like, I'm the boss for why I was calling, like, the organizer of the event, like, whatever the case was. And do you know what I mean? So I feel like every time I'm on the phone with someone, like, that cheesy, like, professional voice, like, it's just hard to break a habit. Do you know what I mean? So I worry that, like, I sound ridiculous.
Oh, excuse me.
You know what I mean?
I do understand, and one of the biggest mistakes that we do whenever we're on the phone, and even a lot of businesses try to tell us this, but it's wrong. Don't try to be someone else. Be you. Be honest. And if you is like being like, yo, dude, what's up? Don't be like that. Be somebody else. I'm kidding. Be you. Whatever comes out is you. Try to speak respectfully, like you do, and own it. Even whenever you're cheesy, if you're confident, people are going to have a hard time questioning it, and no one is going to have like the guts to be like, did you just really say Oakley Dokley?
You know, it's like okie dokie, and then you're just like, oh my god, I want to shoot myself. Not really, but oh my gosh, I'm so miserable right now.
I've said a lot of cheesy stuff on the phone, but you know what? It came out good. It was a good sales call. I'd successfully get the sale. They would like me. They'd be like, yeah, this guy's a straight shooter. Which, yeah, that's kind of interesting being called, but like, yeah, it works. Be confident. If you believe you're failing on the phone, or if you believe you're screwing up, you're going to start screwing up. You're going to start stumbling. You're going to start getting inside your own head. You're going to kill this. You got this. Plus, I doubt this is going to be the last call you get. You actually got a pretty good resume.
Well, it goes to show that, like, just because you didn't hear from them within, like, you know, the amount of time that you think you should, doesn't mean that it's a lost cause. I mean, like, you should, obviously, if you're trying to do something, you should continue putting resumes in. You shouldn't just, like, put in 5 and then, like, you know, wait a month. But, like, I thought that this last set of resumes that I put in was, like, you know, not relevant anymore. Just because it's been, like, a week and a half.
Yeah.
And, like, look, someone called.
Exactly. I mean, I've gotten calls, like, a month later, and I thought, like, oh, you must have tried something and it didn't work out. No, they were just, like, doing it way ahead of time. You'd be amazed at how many people were like, we're going to need a position then. We'll, like, just start headhunting way ahead of time. Say, give them a lot of leisure time to, like, look for somebody. If you're not replacing somebody, but, like, filling a new position, or filling a position that they knew was going to be replaced, like, a month or two ahead, they'll start looking ahead way down the road.
I think that's admirable. That's, like, you know, taking control of the situation and not letting a situation get out of hand by, like, leaving things till the last minute. What I don't like is when people claim there's a position that does not exist.
Oh, can I tell the story? No, you can tell the story.
I would prefer you to do it, but, like, obviously don't use any names.
Okay, so this person who actually lives very close by, her name is... I'm kidding.
Stop it. Like, I'm kidding. Now I need to poop.
I'm kidding. She knows I'm kidding, but that's not very accurate. But, maybe she thought I was going to, like, start naming somebody she didn't know. You okay over there?
No, I have an ulcer.
Anyway, so, like, this was a fun situation. Like, she found on, like, I don't know, it's Craigslist or some other place that's, like, looking for a worker. I'm not going to say the position, but I don't want to call anybody out. Because, like, somebody around here, if they may watch this video, is going to know exactly what's going on. They're looking for a position. And they're, like, accepting application that you need this, and this. My wife was like, she got this. Okay, so that person's calling. I'm going to finish the story in a second. Now back to my boring story. So, like, she responds to the Craigslist ad to go for the job. She's fully qualified. She can do it. She's gonna kill it. She waits like 3 days, gets a call. She's super excited for an interview. I take her to the place, drop her off, and there's no parking at the time. So I do, like, a drive around, and by the time I'm even driving around to find, like, a parking spot, I see her walking. And, like, I pick her up, and says, like, they're only seeing if people would, like, bite. Like, there's no position, there's no job, there's no nothing. They just wanted to see if people would respond.
Like, assess the interest.
To see if somebody would be interested in the position for, like, several months down the road, if they will even think about it. It's like the call, everything, the emails, they were just to get her in there to let her know that they're thinking about a position. Am I correct, sweetie?
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was going to cry because I got so stressed out. Because I have really bad social anxiety, so I always get stressed out. It's like, once I have it, I can, like, the last job that I had before I left it to move here with you, rocked the socks off of it. But, like, when I interviewed for it, oh my gosh, was I a miserable wreck. So it's just always the interview that gives me anxiety. So, you know, like, I stressed out about that. And then to just have it, like, amount to nothing, like, I kid you not, I bawled my eyes out when you picked me up. Just because it was, like, all that, you know, tension that amounted to nothing.
Well, I mean, we even, like, got her some, like, we got you a few things to make you look good and professional, make her feel confident. I think we got you new shoes that she left in Florida. Like, we went that extra mile because, like, she's so excited. It would have been a decent job. And, like, it wasn't even in existence. Jeez, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to complain, but, like, you have to admit, I hope you guys can agree. Who wouldn't be frustrated? To, like,
It doesn't exist now.
Even, like, it doesn't like this. To even, like, schedule out this huge appointment to, like, stop your day to spend money for this interview that doesn't exist. Like, we canceled stuff, too. I'm sorry, enough complaining.
It's complainable.
It is. It's in the past. Everything's great. Now for the big thing. Tell them about the phone interview. Okay, you want to do the camera? Okay, I'm gonna play my 3DS then. I'm bowing out. I'm tapping out. Hubby's out.
Please don't. Can you just, like, hold it, like, right here?
Dropping the mic.
You need to hold it up or it's bad camera angle. Because all they see is my big arm.
You move the pillow. Give me the there you go.
Okay, so, you know, after it's over, like, you're always like, ugh, I stressed out too much about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't actually know how it went. Like, you were listening, so, like, how do you think it went? I feel like you would be more of an honest, like, feedbacker, because I always hang up thinking that, like, went the worst.
A little more confidence, but you did great. Okay. Amazingly. Like, don't apologize for the fact that you are new to the area. Don't apologize for anything on your resume. Your resume looks better than the majority of anyone around here. Don't apologize for yourself. Be confident. Own everything you have.
Well, she was asking me questions about the area, and I was like, or not the area, something along the lines of, like, oh, like, you probably know where it is. Or even, like, why would I want to be there? Like, had I ever had an experience? And, like, I was like, I'm new to the area. Like, I've never, like I wanted to be honest. Like, I found it on Indeed. Like, I didn't want to act like I had been a guest, you know, or on the receiving end of, like, you know, the business. Like, I didn't want to lie.
Right.
So it's like, it's the worst when they're like, oh, so why did you want to interview here? And, like, you don't want to be like, oh, well, you were one of, like, 10 applications that I filled out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to say that this is, like, a horrible question. I feel. You know what I mean?
Another great thing to say would have been that my husband knows of you guys. He knew you were looking, and he shoved an application in my face. The end.
Well, I said that you had been there and had a good experience. So, yeah, that was just kind of like the connector.
Yep. Alright, so I think you did amazing. I'm super proud of you. The next step is we got a in-person interview. 2 o'clock.
On Sunday.
With the manager.
Yes, with the hiring manager. So the lady that I talked to is in Portland. She is just works for Human Resources. She does the initial screening, kind of like, shuffles through the people and decides who goes through. So I mean, that's uplifting, right? That I even got to the next stage.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you got the job, to be honest.
Well, she had said to me, she said there's a big interviewing event on Tuesday that you can attend, or if you want to attend sooner, I can get you in this weekend. So I took the weekend spot, but it makes me wonder, like, if you think I already have it, why would they be having this big interview event?
Hard to say. I mean, again, there's more than one position.
That's true. They're like hiring a cook. They're like they might be doing a sorry, can I say that?
What?
I don't know. Well, they might be doing a revamp.
I don't think that's a bad thing to say. The fact is like, I mean, it's minimum paid jobs. Excuse me. And so often people are like, you're moving around. It's not life. It's very rarely somebody's going to take a minimum wage job for life. A lot of people end up like going back to school, looking for other career opportunities. And so often it usually, like what I've noticed with management, when one leaves, it starts to like domino, like, oh, maybe it's my time to go as well, if the time is right. And maybe they just don't want to deal with new people.
Because if you pay attention, they're like hiring like a cook, like a dishwasher, like a front desk person, a hostess, waiters, so on and so forth, all these things. And like not over like several locations, just for this one, so it makes me wonder like why they need so many people.
And I know quite a few of them are actually like moving to Portland.
Yeah.
I don't know, should I say Portland? I don't care. Portland. Seattle. New York. That's all I can name. I can't name any place. Anyway, so yeah, you hush. I'm talking. Camera back on me. I know a lot of them are actually moving to like a larger city. For some reason, a lot of people are doing it. I think it's not a good time to do it since there's like a huge price jump in Portland right now. But like a lot of people are doing that, maybe just looking for that next stage in their life. Wish every single one of them well, but I think that's probably why there's a big gap right now.
She did ask me if I was anticipating like any like time off or anything like that in the next near future. And like I didn't know how to answer that.
Well, they're wondering if you're like going on vacation or something like that.
Well, I know I go back and forth to Florida, but like worst case scenario, if I had a job, like we could fly my parents out. So like I wasn't like, oh yeah, I plan to take a month off in the summer.
That's true.
Because worst case, we could work around that. I mean, I'd be miserable not seeing the rest of my family, but
Excuse me.
We could work around that. But I feel like I had to mention something about the nursing school, since that could be like plop in the middle of the week.
Yep.
And require like a schedule shift. So I just felt like, but it's weird because it's like this is coming up, but like I have no dates.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I just felt like I didn't want to get the job and then try to tell them, and then it was like, why didn't you tell us? Like blah blah blah.
Just make sure whenever you're telling them that it's like it's not coming up soon, it's coming up in the future, so that they know like, okay, I can hire this person and I'm not going to suddenly have to like,
No, but there is a class that I might be taking at the end of March, which is essentially kind of quickly.
True, but like that small one little class, I think you'll be able to work around much better.
Yeah. And
you can always talk to the professor to work with you. I mean, the fact is that they understand. Usually they will help. And if somehow like it interferes, we'll deal with it. No, I'm cameraman. Anyway, are you ready to get some food?
Is she back?
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Okay.
So we're going to get some food. Hope this video is not too boring. It's part of our life, so deal with it.
Bye.